Hey, welcome to the program today, this afternoon, or evening now. It's actually August 10th, 2019. I am Keith Landy, your happy healer for president, and I am standing here with my friend Al and Jeff. You can come on over here in the picture as well.
Okay.
We're just growing our team here at the...
Hey, what's up, Jeff?
Hey, what's going on?
And Jeff, yeah, this is Al.
Hey, of course this is Al.
And so this is what we're doing. These guys are going to be with me. We're working in the studio. I'm showing them what we need to do in order to be successful in this time in our country, in order to meet the needs of our time, in order to address the major concerns of our time. And let's talk about it tonight because we have a great one for you. We're not even going to play any pre-recorded videos, and let me tell you why. We're going to be discussing tonight about some creepy people. Now, I've told you in the past already about Neil Paulson, and so he's not a completely new idea for you, right? This is a guy who has actually victimized me on many levels. I don't talk about it a lot, but tonight the show is going to address some questions as I get more popular. I know I will have to answer, so we will do that in this show. We will make those things clear. We will tell you what matters and how actually this is just further truth on the reality in our time, and it's only getting worse for the American public. It is so sad. It is so vile. And that's what this story tonight is going to get into. And let me tell you about my friends here a bit. These are great guys. They're Democrats.
Of course we are.
And they work hard. This guy works so hard just to survive, and so does he. And he's brilliant too. He's a numbers guy, so he's real quick. He's good on the computer, and he's smart. He knows how to click in and find out what matters. Let's talk about what he actually found out just a bit about Neil.
Yeah. Let's see. Neil Paulson, or Help the Vets Incorporated, just got a judgment against him in November 21st, 2018, a judgment now of $230,000, no, $1 million.
Let me see this. Where is it? That's $20,405,287.
Wow.
Yeah. He's a real piece of shit, right?
Yeah, he's not a great guy, I'll tell you that much. And this is the thing, when we let greed operate our actions, and it corrupts minds. And sometimes you could have started out with a great intention, and look at where it leads these guys every time. And we're going to talk about some things, some missteps and misfortunes on my own record, on your own very happy healer's record. Indeed, I'm just a normal guy. You know, I never came into this to be your perfect candidate. You have those way up here condescending perfect candidates. I'm not one of them. I am actually your happy healer. I am your happy healer love, running for president for the right reasons. We have the vision, the accuracy of the American experience, the purity of the American experience. We know what we're fighting for. We know because we're fighting for the American people, so I have their experience, and I don't have much to hide, you see? I let it all out. I say, you just go and take a look at it, because we're going to talk about those things and more.
Right. Let's see. Well, this guy's got shit going on in state of Florida, of course. Then Department of Legal Affairs in California, Office of the Attorney General of the state of Maryland, and the state of Minnesota, the state of Ohio, and the state of Oregon.
Can you believe this? Can you believe as you work so hard that this is the way some people, they conduct their lives?
They don't give us anything.
No.
What did we get back?
And that they're actually fighting against the progress of life. This is against nature, guys. This is what greed does. This is when it says, oh, well, we'll never have enough, and we'll always keep taking. Doesn't he also have some judgment against him in the amount of how much? $2 billion?
Something like that, yeah, but I can't find a record on that.
Yeah, we can't find the record, so we're not going to even mention that. But the point is here, guys, one thing you have to know about this ugly thing, greed, it has deep tentacles, and it gets justified in this country. That's why it's so...
It never goes away, though.
It doesn't go away.
It never goes.
That's the problem.
Worse and worse.
That's why we have to actually, if we intend to actually fix it, we have to realize that we're fighting against each other, the bad things that we're doing, and if we're going to die by a human condition that we can't control, we have to use another human condition that's even more powerful, more strong, to come in and overtake that human condition. That is the only way.
That's why we need a person like Landy.
That's right.
Please vote for Landy. Help us get there help us make this place better. Please do that.
That's right. We're working for a future worth living. That's why we have to make the investment into our future and give people a living chance. Folks, you can't just walk past people dying in the new world and say it's okay. And that's what we're doing right now. And we're bringing more people and more people into this country. And the people that are here are continuously getting nothing. And we have to stop that. And we have to be brave about what the right things are to do. And then so that we can just have the clarity to do them.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
It seems so simple when you look at it like that.
Right. Hold on a second. I got some things here I want to go over.
Okay, yeah, we're not done. We have a jam-packed show of truth. This is about the Happy Healer run for President of the United States. Make no mistake about it. I am local right here in Orlando. If you want to be part of the answer instead of part of the problem, and you're ready to take a stand in your community and you want to join our team, well, then you get a hold of us at us@happyhealerforpresident.com. And it's that simple. So what else do you got?
Let's see. Yeah, Trump is an asshole, right?
Oh, don't mention Trump. We all know about him.
Right? Well, I'll tell you this, the Happy Healer would be a lot better in his position. And the thing about it is, I have the savvy to take this guy out. Don't you worry, Dems. I got you. The people you're putting up there, they don't got it. They ain't got it.
Right. Sleepy Joe and Kamala Harris. And all those people.
It really is that they are those things.
Right.
Well, Trump's not much better.
Right. Trump's a total asshole, man. Anybody's better than Trump. But
Well, that's the truth, what he just said. But we have to go much stronger than that, folks. We're bringing the Republicans with us. We're going to go into a new reality where we actually have unity in this country, and that's most important to our families.
Right. Let's see.
And that's, by the way, why we get this cooperation, why we have Democrats together with Republicans that are all part of our special team of Americans working for a future and a life worth living.
Oh, yeah. What about that purported suicide today of Jeffrey Epstein?
Oh my goodness. Here's another example of how people just consistently and constantly and over in every which way you can imagine. We are tumbling in the lies and the hell that they create, and it's theirs to give. And then when it's time for the truth to finally show itself, the revelation that we've all been waiting for, what happens? It dissipates
He did
right.
not get him anywhere.
No, it dissipates right before our eyes.
Right, I know.
And then what do we get? We get no justice, we get no truth, and we get nowhere. Well, that ends with a Happy Healer presidency, and that's why you don't delay. You get to the website, you get heard, you donate, you get part of the team, you stop making excuses for not doing those things, and you get busy.
Right, get busy, people, yeah.
Yes, of course. See, all the money that he had, and he left this beautiful earth. What did he give back to society? Nothing. Look what he did. He destroyed young people's minds.
Right.
That's what he did.
Yeah.
It's what that corruption does every time. It always takes away. It never gives back. And it allows people to be the ability to get away from that justice that you and we have to accept every time. And I really want to segue into that portion. I just want you to grill me because I know it's coming. Come grill me for the things in the areas where I fall short, because I know that I can explain myself to an honest broker of truth. And that is all that matters.
Right.
You know, that's all that matters. And it was never about being those condescending perfect candidates way up here. All that ever matters is about working for the American people and answering the problems and conditions that they are experiencing in today's world. The result of their leadership, that's what matters.
I say vote Landy. And
That's
the
right.
problem
Vote
will be
Landy.
solved.
That's right.
Right.
Okay, so start grilling me on my record.
Okay, hold on a sec. Let's see.
And just hang in there, folks. You know something? I don't have that bad of a record to start with, and that's why I just open it up and say, here we go. Because the truth of it is, we can get beyond all of these problems in our lives just understanding the truth of our times, what the American people are putting up with, and what we have to accept on the daily basis. And that yet if we have the courage to see that real truth clearly, and that somebody has a vision and can explain this to us, and that can invoke, instead of all this chaos, calm, then we get somewhere. But until we have the courage to do that, we stay in this mess.
Okay, what's this about assault with a firearm?
Okay, that's a very good one, and it's a very serious one.
Oh, of course, that was the one with the creep.
That's right.
I never did like him at all.
Yeah, you did say that.
Why did you let him in your house?
Right, and that's what my family says over and over again. And so your happy healer has not just started becoming a happy healer. I've been loving and helping hearts in my community, and I live in a mostly black neighborhood, and I've been doing that for a long time, and it gives me so much satisfaction. That's the kind of life I lead. So people in the court system, and they don't understand that. Someone would be so open and loving and allow somebody like Taj Jackson into their home, only to then have...
And he destroyed this home. Who had to put it back together? Me and you.
That's right, my friends.
Yes.
That's right. We let love win.
This home.
We let love win. And then it wasn't enough that I got victimized with him in the home, in my home. And the court records are there. You can go to the court and see what they did and said. And I could tell you those stories in detail, and it goes on for a long time. This lasted for 2 full years. I lost possession of my home for an entire year because of this guy. I used to help and have people staying in my home. I couldn't do it for a whole year. My love got shut down. That kills people on the inside of them, but not your happy healer. He rose up because he knows that true heroism is not defined by those who fought but did not fall. It's defined by those who fought, fell, and rose again. And on this issue and on every other issue and on the issue of America, we will rise again.
Of course. Of course we will.
You better believe it. Because that's the future that's worth living. And anything less than that, we are not in a future or in a life that's worth living. So this has just got to continue coming out, though. Let me get a drink of my coffee here. I mean, I find it fascinating.
Right.
That the world is the way it is, and that so many people accept that. Why do they accept that, guys?
Because they know no better.
Yeah. Part of it is that. You're right. That's what some of my other supporters say. They just don't know. They're blinded by their biases.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if they just get a chance to hear truth from an honest broker of truth, I love everybody, and we have to love. Love is the power where we get somewhere.
But then when you get to speaking the truth, that's when they want to shut you down. They don't want everybody to know the truth.
That's right. They do a lot of that. Look what happened to Epstein. Well, that's why the community is surrounding me. My community has always been surrounding me. I always feel better with the people. And as President of the United States, I'll be governing from Main Street. You better believe that, because we have so much work to do with the people. We have to raise spirits. We have to raise the spectra in humanity so that people have a reason to keep on living, and so that they have a reason to improve the conditions that we're all seeing just getting worse and worse. And these terrorists are not like the Muslim terrorists from overseas that don't speak our language and don't know our backwoods. These are homebred Americans. So watch out when you piss them off.
They're right in your backyard.
Yeah.
Yeah. So every day we're marching towards a war like we're stupid idiots, and the whole problem has been that we have been all, virtually every last one of us, victims of the system, of the lies, and it ends with a happy healer presidency for the United States of America.
And we will take it on.
Yeah, it never ends.
Yeah.
That's what I say. It just never ends. The mission never ends. The work that we do, it goes on. It starts early. It lasts the longest. And people just become more awake of the reality. And that's why I say we have to get an income for all. We have to get, because you can't say people matter and then watch them die. That don't work. It's inconsistent, my friends. It doesn't work.
Right.
You have to take care of people, and that's the best argument I have ever heard for an income for all, even, and for health care for all, and for an education that starts young and never ends, because people want to be a part of something greater. And by the way, Americans, you worry about your freedoms. You have to live in the smallest confines of a corridor in which you have created for yourself by creating enemies in your life and biases that you can't see past, that the average honest broker of truth, American who just loves stands there and sees so clearly that which you are so blind. And that is that we are losing our freedoms. Stop costing our freedoms, folks. It's that simple.
Vote Landy. He's got it going on, man.
That's right.
It's a sure thing.
Yeah. It just seems so clear, doesn't it, when you see it like that? Folks, what you're seeing here is a natural progression of truth working its way out into the masses, into the problems are just so thick in our lives. They're overtaking us. The hate is just so thick. People can't find love. They look all over for it. It's nowhere to be had because people are just digging in deeper and it's getting darker. We have to pull out of that because if you go too far, there might not be a way out of it later on, ladies and gentlemen. We can't have a senile old Joe Biden trying to protect this truth while we have China making in-ground and steps on technology that we should be doing. We have to take our rightful spot and we have to address the real national security concerns of our time instead of fighting this civil war. That's what's most important. I implore upon red-blooded Americans, people who love their children and love their parents, to realize this is what we have to have the courage in our time to do. And that if we fail to do this and come together and create a unity in America, we'll never see it again and neither will our children. That if you go the way of the Republicans or the way of the Democrats, we're finished. They don't give it to us. There is nowhere in their future where this country is happy, whole, and united. No matter if you see a Donald Trump presidency or whether you see any one of these Democrats.
Right. Let's see. Yeah, vote for Landy, man. He's the best one. Let's see. Joe Biden, he's kind of old and don't have it going on anymore, but hold on a second, damn.
Yeah, I know. It's always when you get the camera on. Don't worry.
Yeah.
One thing about your happy healer, he's going to keep it together. And the more we get this thing going, the more the energy comes in and works and brightens things up and shows the way it ought to be to the guys who open their eyes and see the truth finally has a chance to stand out and shine. And in this campaign, we do it.
It will work.
That's right. So, and we're just going to always stay on that path and we're always going to bring it. They want to shut us out and they want to lock us out and they don't want us to be heard. We will just dig deeper. We have more tricks up the sleeve. That's why we're doing media, because we're not waiting for them to say, okay, we hear you, the people. No. The people's candidates got to be stepping out with the people and say, here we are, we have arrived.
Yeah.
That's right.
Right.
It's the truth.
Right.
It's pretty clear, folks. And when I debate people, they just clam up. They have nothing to say. There's nothing left to say. Put me in front of Donald Trump and let's win this thing. We'll see you next here soon, shortly, and probably tonight, maybe tomorrow. But we're coming on. This is how we do it. This is how we're running. And my record is not nearly enough to open up. We're going to get more into that and also more into the ugly, ugly story of your Neil Paulson and Taj Jackson, who victimized your happy healer. So why don't you guys say goodbye for now?
Well, folks, this is it. I'll see you later.
Okay, you're going to be here with us.
Of course,
He's
Mr.
with
Landy.
he's with the team.
Right.
With the team.
Okay. Hey, how's it going?
Yeah. Just get used to these guys. They each have their talents.
See you
And
later.
I need you guys part of the team. I need us all working. Donate. Go to happyhealerforpresident.com. Don't sit on the sides. Get involved. Let's change this country for the better.